right, Detroit, we are back. Now, we're up here at the trade deadline of year number 2. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what we potentially have. Now, sitting out of a playoff spot, we are, let's see, we're 7 points out of a playoff spot. I don't think our top line needs any work. Even our second line could use a little bit, but even then, like, I feel like our second line is decent. Our first line is good. I feel like our defense is fine, but we've got Cider sitting on a -15 on that front line, so maybe even Cider just doesn't have it. And it seems like we don't actually have any of that good chemistry on the first line, and Cider actually seems to be kind of a problem with that. So we're going to get into the deadline. We're going to see what kind of guys we have on the block that will be cheaper now than they were at the beginning of the season. So let's go ahead and hop in. We're a conservative buyer. We're not going to sell everything for it because we're certainly not in a playoff spot, but I think we have the core pieces to be able to justify buying and trying to make the playoffs. So let's go ahead and enter the trade deadline here. Now, someone like Mackenzie Weegar, 7 years left at $6 million. He would be a guy that I would grab just to see if it works for this year, but I would probably trade him in the offseason. Rasmus Anderson, they want a first line forward for him, so I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Probably not John Tavares. Let's just go available so we can see everybody. As far as more defense goes, Spurgeon, we don't really want him until he's 38 though, so that's another guy where I'm like kind of not really. Let's see, the Blues made a trade, a 4th, Phillips, and a 6th, and Paranovich for Hootenin and Quap. Nah. All right, so Neil Pionk, he's an offensive defenseman, 85 overall. He would definitely help out on the defensive side. He would be for sure a rental. We could re-sign him theoretically, but as of right now, the way his contract is, he's a rental. And they want a top forward prospect in return. So like Dower Nilsson is a potential right there. They might honestly take that 1-for-1. But is that something that's going to help us? Let's just take a look at our D right now. So we would end up having... Our D core would end up being Cider, Hannafin, Pionk, Edvinson, Dumoulin, Petrie. We wouldn't have a spot for Hull, Wallman, or Sherratt. Those would all be later on. So Blackhawks trade a 2nd and Olofsson to the Wild in exchange for Brady Shea. So Pionk is definitely a guy we could go for. But does that make a big enough... Does that make a big enough difference in our... I just don't know if that makes a big enough difference in our lineup to justify trading something away for it. We got a trade alert here. 2/3 Troy Stetcher and Marco Scandella for Michael Bunting and a 4th. Adam Larson. That would help us keep pucks out of the net, whereas I don't think Pionk would. Adam Larson is a much better defensive defenseman. He's cheaper. He's a -27. How bad are the Kraken doing? 21, 33, and 7. Who else do they have? I feel like they have a good enough offense to be doing better than that. What is their defenseman looking like? They got Vince Dunn. I feel like they should be a better team than what they are. And that's kind of a key part in their lineup. He is older, so maybe they're trying to lean more towards a younger crew. But at that point, I would trade Alexiak, not Larson. We don't have a first line forward to give up for these guys. Neil Pionk just got traded, so he's out of the equation anyways. Adam Larson. Do we want to go for Adam Larson? This would be the one guy I would say we would go for to really keep to really try to buff that defensive ability. What do they want for Larson? Trade alert. Canucks trade 2 seconds for Yanni Gord. Okay, they want a top forward prospect. Yeah, so I mean, could theoretically go Larson for, once again, Dower Nilsson. That would pretty much be the only thing I could see. And if we're trying to win now, that's definitely the move right there. Okay, Nemesnikov goes to Toronto, exchange for Giordano. Okay. So I think I'm going to try this. Adam Larson for Dower Nilsson straight up. They want Dower Nilsson. They want to get rid of Larson. So let's see if we can do this straight up. The value on the table is too far off. So what if we toss in like one of our thirds for this year? Let's see. Okay. So we made it work. We're trying to win right now. We've got the pieces to do it. We're trying to win right now. Now is there any, I mean, top goalie prospect? We don't want Swayman. Travis Konechny. Top defensive prospect. How young are our defensemen? I didn't want to sort page. I want here. So, I mean, like, we've got Sider, we've got Hannafin, we've got Edvinson. Is there anyone down here? I mean, like, Palika, I don't really want to trade him, though. I would possibly be okay with Wallander. Travis Konechny has too much retained salary. So it auto-retains salary. Okay, so what if we were to upgrade a forward, then? What if we upgrade like a Klim? Oh no, not Beauvillier. Let's see, actually. So what if we upgrade like what is Rasmussen doing this year? What is Carrier doing? He's got 35 points. I don't want to get rid of him. Too much retained salary, so why don't we... What about Wallander? And Carrier or Konechny. Konechny will also help out our forward core. That'll give us a much better second line right winger than Daniel Sprong. Good penalty killer as well. He has X factors. Let's try it. Okay, so what about... What about like a 6th rounder from next year? And a 3rd rounder from this year. There we go. All right, so we definitely strengthened our team. I think those are the pieces that we needed. We really upped our defensive core. We got ourselves a second line right winger so that Sprong can get pushed down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all we can do. We still have some prospects, so I'm okay with that. We've still got, yeah, we still got Casper. We still have Palika. Still got Muse. Still got McIsaac in case he can grow a little bit. So I think we still got our depth in the system. Where's Kosa looking at? He's 75 overall already, so he could actually grow a little bit as well. He could be a decent piece for us. Okay. And we still have all of our first rounders. We still got all of our second rounders as well. Okay. I think we are done for the trade deadline, and we're good to, we're going to get out of this. We are going to go ahead and, no. Alright, so let's work on our lines. Let's see what we got here. Now, it put Konechny on the first line. I'm not doing that. Konechny's going on the second line with Comfort and Fabry. Sprong down here. Beauvillier, we're going to go ahead and move down. Rasmussen with Sprong and Kopp. Beauvillier, Berggren, and Veleno. And now, let's see. We still can't get any decent, like, chemistry. You know what? We're going to try it. We're just going to try Cider on that second line. Hannafin with Larson, Cider with Edvinsson, Dumoulin with Petrie. That's how we're going to run it. We're going to try it. All right, let's go to our power play, and let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, this has to get adjusted. So for the rest of the season, we're not going to best lines it either. We're going to go ahead and put... Actually... So I want Raymond, actually, better chemistry with Konechny on the power play. Okay, so we're going to go Konechny, Larkin, DeBrincat. But then, yeah, we're going to leave Sprong back there as well. But then we're going to go ahead and toss Cider on the first line power play. Second line, we're going to go Comfer, Raymond. Wait, Raymond's on the... No, Raymond's not on the first line. So Comfer, Raymond, Kopp. Rasmussen can stay on that backside, but then Fabry is going to get switched to Hannafin. And then four-man line 2, we're going to go Larkin, DeBrincat, Konechny, Cider. And then we're going to go... The only difference we're going to do here is we're going to take Sprong out for Edvinsson. Okay, and then our penalty kill is going to be Top Konechny. I'm okay with that. Cider, Hannafin, I'm okay with... Hannafin is going to get switched out for Larson. Hannafin, Dumoulin, I'm okay with. Veleno, Raymond, Petrie, Edvinsson, Larkin, Berggren. Three-man PK. Once again, we're going to go Larson, Cider, Kopp. That's good with me. Veleno. I think I want to go Comfer. Yeah, we're going to go Comfer there. The Comfer, Dumoulin, Hannafin, Edvinsson, Petrie, Larkin. Okay, I am good with that. All right. So I think we are good to go ahead and get into simulation. Konechny shoots right, Fabry shoots left, so we're gonna go ahead and get them on their one-timer sides, right and right. We're gonna get DeBrincat on his shooting side. Rasmussen shoots left, Sprong shoots right. We're gonna go ahead and get them on their shooting side, and then I'd rather have Veleno on his shooting side than Beauvillier. So, no, we're gonna switch them as well. All right, so I think we are all set to get into the final stretch of the season. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get right into simulation. Let's we're gonna go 5 games at a time again. We're gonna try to we're gonna keep an eye on goals for, goals against. Now that's AHL, so I can best lines the AHL. 4-3 overtime win. Kopp has been injured, so we're gonna do all these NHL injuries manually. I know it might get a little tiring, so Rasmussen's going to slot up to center position. Beauvillier up on the wing, and then we need to go to roster moves, and we need to bring someone up. So, go ahead and go in the system. Claim Costin, you're coming up. There we go. Edit the NHL lines. Rasmussen, you're going to slide over to center. There we go. Beauvillier up and Costin in here. There we go. All right. Substitute there, and then we're going to do all these manually. So power play line 2. Let's see. So we're already using Sprong, Konechny, DeBrincat, Larkin. Sprong, Konechny, DeBrincat, Larkin. So let's go ahead and put Fabry in right here. There we go. Okay, and then our penalty kill. So Andrew Kopp was our first line center penalty killer. So let's go ahead and we're going to move up. We're going to move Veleno up to number 1. We're going to move Larkin. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. We're going to move Larkin up to number 2. Number 3, we're going to go ahead and put Berggren up the middle, and we're going to put Beauvillier here. All right, 3-man, we're going to go ahead and move JT Compher up to line 1. Go ahead and move Larkin up to line 2. And then we're going to go ahead and toss Veleno in on line 3. And I think we're good there. All right, best lines for the Griffins. There we go. All right, we got to cancel sim. Go ahead and switch back. There we go. All right, so 2 4-goal games. So our offense is doing pretty good. Let's see. We got 3 more here. We got one against Philly, 3-2 overtime loss. Not bad. And another win. Ross Hannes is back. Okay. So we went 4-0-1 in our last 5. That's pretty good. We are now sitting 3 points out of a wild card spot instead of, what was it, 7 before? So not too bad. We're catching up. So I wish I could see each game's box score individually so I could see what players are playing good. But let's go ahead, and we are now 66 games in. Raymond's at 72 points. All right. So let's go ahead, and we are going to get through another 5. So we're going up here. All right. So a game against St. Louis. Edvinson is injured. Let's go ahead and edit that manually. Let's go ahead and go defense. We're gonna pull Petrie up, and we are going to slot in Wallman, Hull, or Sherratt. They're all defensive defensemen. We're gonna go ahead and toss in Ben Sherratt. There we go. Actually, give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. We're back. So I don't remember what screen I left up on. I think I accidentally clicked something, but we've got some lines to adjust here again. I didn't see these beforehand. So realistically, what we're just going to do is head coach preferred. We're just going to, because I don't know where everybody is, so we're going to go ahead and reslot all these guys the way I want them. Okay, so who is scratched? We have Rasmussen scratched for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and take Beauvillier, toss him down. Veleno can stay on the 4th line. Costin's gonna come out for Rasmussen. There we go. And then defense. We were trying it like that, but that's how we're gonna run this. Okay. Let's see. Let's just check on these. Okay, so we want to go Cider over there with Sprong back there. And then we can go like that. I'm good with that. We're gonna go Cider there. And we're gonna go Hannafin. Actually, let's go Edvinson. Oh wait, Edvinson's hurt. Okay, so then we're gonna go Hannafin here. All right, let's take a look at the PK. I like that. Petrie, Hannafin. Okay, I'm okay with that. Comfort, Veleno. Let's go ahead and put Comfort down the middle. There we go. 3-man PK. We got Kopp, Larson, Cider, Berggren, Petrie, Hannafin, and Veleno, Wallman, Dumoulin. Okay, I am good with the way all this looks. So next thing I want to look at is where's Alex Lyons hitting 5. Oof. And Husso having himself a great year once again. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and cancel that sim. Adam Larson's been... Oh, man. This is fucking killing us. All right, Cider, you're going back up. Petrie, you're coming back up. And Justin Hole, you're going to go in. There we go. All right. All right, so we took 2 more wins. That's really nice to see. So we are sitting 3 games out of a playoff spot. We have more wins than the Bruins. They just haven't lost as many times in regulation as we have. So we're going to go up to here because that'll be our 5 games. Andrew Kopp is fully healed. We already had him in, so we can just continue. 5-2 loss. Adam Larson. All right, go to roster moves. So go ahead and go in the system. Dang, dude. All right. Let's go. Ben Sherratt can go ahead and go down. That's fine. He'll have to clear waivers. I mean, we already have way too many defensemen. Okay. Cancel the sim. Let's go ahead and do best lines here. Going back out. Let's see what we got here. So Raymond's up at 77 points with a 27 goal season. That's not too bad. Let's see. We don't want Konechny on that top line. I know he's going to be there, so let's go ahead and just automatically switch that. Sprong Capovillier. We don't want... Let's see. So Beauvillier down on the 3rd. Costin is going to get switched for Rasmussen again. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to try this again. Adam Larson. Wow, okay, so he dropped to an 84. He was an 85. What about Edvinsson on that top line? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's put Edvinsson up there. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Alright, so we're going to get to the end of the season in this video. Hopefully we can be a playoff team. It's going to be close, but hopefully we can make it work. Let's go ahead and we're going to get another 5 games up. We're going to get right to the beginning of April. Let's see, so we've got 5 points. We just need to not lose in regulation. There we go. Okay, and we're sitting in a wild card spot. We've turned this season around. We were 7 points out of a wild card spot. Now we're 2 points leading a wild card spot. What's crazy is we would be in first place in the Metro. Wow, the Metro sucks. Holy. The only team worse than the first place team in the Metro is the last place team in the Atlantic. That is unreal. All right, well, let's go ahead and what do we have? Maple Leaf, Senators, Sabres are the teams we really need to hold back. Maple Leaf, Senators, Sabres. All right, so we got 2 big games right here in a row. Let's go ahead and get up to these days, see if it matters once we play them. Oh, and we're on a winning streak. Oh, we're on a 5-game winning streak. We locked. Did we lock? No, we haven't locked yet. Okay. If we can beat the Sabres here, I think we lock ourselves into a playoff position. And we need to beat them in regulation. We need to not give them a point at all. Once we give them a point, that's dangerous. So Ottawa, here we go. And we beat them. We locked our playoff spot. There we go. So look at that. 98-point season. We really turned it around. Is this better than our last season? Is this better than season number 1? I think this might be better. I don't know. Let's hit a flashback here really quick. Let's check. But we're a 44-win team. We are a 99-point team. So that is definitely good enough to make the playoffs for sure. We ended up in a wild card spot, unfortunately. All right. So we finished the season. We are 47, 29, and 6. I'm really curious to see if... Yeah, I mean, we had a 100-point season. I don't think we had a 100-point season last year. Yeah, I mean, okay. That's really nice to see. We were at risk of not making the playoffs, and then we went on one hell of a streak right there at the end. Actually, my last curiosity, I really want to check what kind of streak we went on. So, going back to the beginning of March, let's see. How many regulation losses did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4... We had 4 regulation losses in the whole month of March with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. So we were 10, 4, and 1 in the month of March. And then in the month of April, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So we were 10, 4, and 1, and then 6 and 1. So we were 16, 5, and 1. Wow. That's a pretty good end of the season right there. So, all right. Well, we cracked the 100-point mark in the season. We were actually one of the better teams in the NHL. We'll go ahead and do a quick season wrap up here. Let me get a drink of water really quick. All right, so Lucas Raymond was our point leader at 89 points. That's really encouraging to see. Dylan Larkin had 86 with 60 assists. And DeBrincat did it again. He's had his third 41-goal season. He hasn't ever had more than 41, but he's had 3 41-goal seasons. So he's definitely pulling his weight here in Detroit. He's had 2 back-to-back 79-point seasons without missing a game. So he is Mr. Healthy. Let's see. Someone like Joe Valeno missed quite a bit of games. Adam Larson missed 12. But there we go. There are our point leaders for the season. What did Konechny do once he came to us? Let's see. Just with us, he had 20 points in 21 games. He was a +4, so great pickup there. Definitely helped the offensive side of things. Fabry at 61 points. That's a really good second line year. Daniel Sprong at 54. That's another really good year. 25 goals for him. Yeah, he's definitely a decent addition. Decent depth goal scorer right there. JT Compher also cracked the 20-goal mark. So we had 5 20-goal scorers, 130 and 140. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at our goalie stats here. Alex Lyon pulled it back. So that was also a big thing down the stretch is he wasn't like 2-8, or he went from like, I think he was like 2-7, 2-8 to 9-10. So that was really big down the stretch. So that really helped us. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at team stats really quick before we end this off. So our goals for per game, we were middle of the pack at 3.3, but our goals against per game actually got way better. We were second best in goals against per game, which is really nice. Our power play sucked donkey dick, but that's all right. We made that up. No, we didn't. I mean, our power play did get better. I was hoping it was going to sit around 83 at the end of the year. We're at 82.6. So, and we're 8-2 in our last 10. The only better team is the Florida Panthers at 9-1. And they were the best team in the NHL. So can't really complain. Going into the playoffs pretty hot, which is nice to see. I also realized I didn't show you guys the awards for last year. So let's see, team awards. Let's just go through these really quick. Presidents went there. There you go. Individual awards, 23-24. Marner was Art Ross. Hart was Svechnikov. Makar was James Norris. Lady Byng went to Marner. Calder went to Bedard. Conn Smythe went to Steven Stamkos. Vezina to Ullmark. William M. Jennings to Vasilevsky. Bill Masterton to Jared Spurgeon. Jack Adams to the coach for the Coyotes. Frank J. Selke to Crosby. Ted Lindsay to Svechnikov. Maurice Richard to Austin Matthews. And there you go. So those were last year's trophies. We'll see who gets them this year. But we are going to go ahead and get into the playoffs in the next video. Let me guys know what you guys thought about the team's turnaround this year, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.